Looking a bit dishevelled because I just had to leg it to run to nursery with the dinner and come back again. I got the phone call as I was just about to sit down, so I shall start again. Boss. Just saying. Found my t-shirt, thought I'd put it on today because it's thick and it keeps me warmer. But it is a bit cold. Got quite a few good things to talk about. I'll just have a look at what I've scribbled down. Probably won't be able to read it. Right. Right. I shall go through a little bit of the Trump rally because I've not seen it all. I watched the beginning and then I've noticed some other stuff. I'll just wait and see if anyone comes on. If not, I'll just carry on talking because obviously you can catch up with it when you want. I'll have a little bit of a drink of coffee first and then I shall start. I think I got in there within the half an hour that I said I'd be back, I think. Because I was sort of running a little bit and walking, and when I walk, I don't walk slow either. I'm going to get started anyway. So, I just watched a bit of the Trump rally from last night. Very interesting, right from the beginning. I think I watched it on the Space Force channel. I think it's whatever it's named, and it cuts out all the beginning bit, you know, waiting and all that. Let's get to the good stuff. He was talking about the movement, you know, and the movement is about you, not me, which is true because it's about you, the people. It's not about Trump at the end of the day and, you know, those others. It's about the people. He was talking about, I'm only going to go through a few little bits because you obviously can check it out yourself. It's not me saying this, it's, you know, there for everyone to see. He was talking about catch and release, you know, because over there they catch people and then they release them, which is a really bad thing, you know, talking about you know, the caravan and stuff like that. But he said now they're going to catch them if they're going to come through, because he said they are you know, strong, they are, you know, fighting against this, but they said, you know, America's tougher, they're stronger than ever, the military's stronger than ever. When they catch them, they're not going to release them. It's not catch and release. It used to be, but when they get catched now for doing what they're doing, they're not going to be released. So that'll be fun. You know, because the other side do obstruct and resist. And Trump said, what do you get out of that? Gridlock, which is true, because that's what the Democrats stand for. He was also talking about the military. He was talking about drugs as well, when drugs got brought into the country. I'm sure that's to do with Bush as well, years back, the Bush family, you know, bringing all that in, killing millions of Americans off yearly. That's not just in America, by the way. You know, there's killing Americans off that way as well. They are taking care of the veterans, obviously, we know that, taking care of the military. They've got, you know, the military's better than ever, it's more powerful, well, they're getting new rockets, missiles, ships, he says. And guess what else he said? He looked up and he went, new satellites. New satellites. Interesting, Space Force. Interesting. Hi. Interesting with new satellites, because who had their satellites up there? What were they trying to do? Skynet or something? You know what I mean? New satellites. We're all right having satellites. It's how you use them before anyone starts waffling on with stuff. He also said about revitalised the historic bond with Israel, and moved a US embassy to Jerusalem, like we all know, because that's what he said. The presidents of the past said that's what they were going to do, but they never did. Mentioned Israel yesterday. So, yeah, he said many, you know, you can go and watch this. Hi. He also said, you know, it wasn't easy, but he's done it. Trump says what he's going to do and he does it, with either in budget or whatever, because all the other presidents before say stuff, talking about it, talk the talk but don't walk the walk. Trump talks the talk and walks the walk, as what his slogan is if I got it right, promises made, promises kept, fact. When the Jerusalem, the embassy was built, it came under $1 billion less, because we know he's a good businessman. Despite what people were reporting, that's what happened. He also talked about the Tree of Life shooting, which was disgusting. You know, for the far left media, if anyone's not seen it, watch the rally. The shouting and screaming that Trump rally were doing against the mainstream media, as in the left-winged mainstream media, of disgust because Trump shouted out. They've used tragedy to show anger and division, because that's what fake news do. That's what we know they do. Fake make-believe, big part of division, as we know, all over the world. That's what they're doing. So that was brilliant. You should have heard everyone. He was looking at who was filming him, you know, fake news. He was looking at the cameras, straight in their eyes, straight to the camera, you know. You use tragedy to show anger, to get people working off their anger. As we all know, that's what they do. Be waiting for massive false flag this week, people, because we're nearly at the midterms, and we know there's going to be, apparently Russia have said that they're getting ready in Syria to do the fake gas attacks and all that sort of stuff. We know people get hurt in these places, but get ready to hear loads of stuff on mainstream media, as we know that's what they do. Everybody's voted already. A lot of people have voted early in America, as we know. He shouted that out and everyone was like, yes, yes. So, because that's what they're trying to stop. They had early voting as well, because they knew that they were going to bring all this crap in to try and stop it. It's not going to be stopped. Not going to be stopped. He also talked about, we've taken aggression against, what did I write? We've taken aggression against measures against terrorist groups of the slaughter of innocent people around the world. See if they know. Around the world for lots of different reasons. It's terrible. Confront the regime in Iran. Really? Because we got told off the Q drops months back about Iran, and the people of Iran were rising, because like I've said before, it's not all the people of Iran, all the people of Israel, it's the regime that's over those countries. We have a regime here. There's a regime over people's countries. It is not the people they try to report on mainstream media. Everyone's hating everyone and dividing. It's the regime. We got told in Q drops ages ago about Iran and this, that and the other. Yes, well, you know, red, whoop whoop, Trump top, I found it. So when people get that in their head, it's the regime. So that's what Trump was saying last night. We already knew about this, you know. We already knew about, he also said something like, and this isn't me saying this, you can go and find out yourself. Let me just find it. I write things down, people. And we have ended the one-side Iran nuclear catastrophe. Iran is a much different country today than it was when Trump first started out, from the who was in before. Do you know what I mean? Before Trump's administration 2 years ago, forcefully. I can't remember what I wrote there. Demanded racist bigotry, hatred and prejudice. That's what he was getting rid of, because somebody put that in. Media doesn't work for you to hear your story. No, they put their story out. So I'm looking a bit dishevelled. I just had to run out in the drizzly rain to nursery. People don't want to hear the media is the enemy of the people. Oh, lovely. Great. Don't support Trump. You'll soon be seeing what mainstream media put out. If people don't realise that mainstream media is the enemy of the people, oh well, you don't have to support Trump, but, you know, when you're told a pack of lies about stuff, Yeah, it gets interesting. You know, because Obama isn't even from America. He said he was an American citizen from Hawaii. No, he's not. Where's the certificate, people? Where's the certificate? Um, what else? Trump said he wants people don't want to hear the media is the enemy of the people, obviously, because it's left-winged media. Doesn't want to solve problems. They want to stoke resentment. Um, it to they want to stoke resentment. It has to stop. Bye. It has to stop. They believe progress isn't good for profit or whatever their game is. Obviously, isn't good for profit. Hear that word? Isn't good for profit, because that's all they're bothered about. Trump wants safe homes, great jobs for every citizen. Our movement is about love, he said, and our fellow Americans, for everyone who's in America, doesn't matter what race you are, whatever, belongs to everyone who wants to build a better future. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Then, I didn't watch all of it, just snippets and little bits, so if you're an Obama supporter, very good. Deary me. What else? Oh, yeah, so that's that. I don't think I wrote much on that, or did I write a little bit more? No, so you can go check that out on, obviously the rally was last night, so you can go on YouTube and check that out yourself. That's not me just saying that, that's out there. Also, let's talk about Trump and Obama and bringing Halloween back, people. So, I talked about Halloween the other day. Yeah, exactly, it's about uniting. Talked about Halloween the other day and saying, you know, what we must remember about it, but also it is still fun for kids, even though we know the bad side of it, and we will take it back to be a good holiday, because Trump at the White House, they did their Halloween at the White House, where, you know, they come outside. Obama's done it, you know, whatever, and the kids come, they take treats, and it's, you know, it's a day to celebrate, sort of thing. Now, what I found rather funny was I watched a little bit of it. Trump and Melania come out. The White House looks beautiful. It's got all lights up the side of the columns. You know, the White House, the columns. Twinkly lights, pumpkins everywhere, all that. Everyone's dressed up. They weren't dressed up, you know, kids were dressed up. They were giving White House chocolate out, I don't know what it was, out of the baskets. There was music playing. There was a Michael Jackson song, but I couldn't hear it. Because the thing that I watched was a bit short. There was the Addams Family music on, violins, you know, quite nice music as well. There was bits of music and, you know, it was Halloweeny. And then I went and checked out Obama's from 2016. Guess what, folks? His was more darker looking, a bit more scarier looking. Kids are there, he's acting up and all that, you know, like he does. She's dressed in black. It's just a bit more sinister looking to me. Also, the music. There's kids there. Yeah, Trump had different sorts of music on. He's got Jason, the music playing out, or no, the Halloween music, or Jason, or whatever it is, done in a creepy tone to me. Also noticed a kid was dressed up as Prince. Remember what I was saying the other day about Prince and Purple Rain? And he died on the Queen's birthday. Prince. Sacrifice. Prince. Obama starts singing it because he sees the kids and starts singing. He goes, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. I thought, yeah, if anyone knows the association with purple to them, not to us, to them, the elites. So I was watching that, I was like, interesting. Then people, this is the fun bit. Are you ready? JFK Jr. Whoop, whoop. Go and check out. Are you ready for this, people? Go and check out. Let me find the name. Now, do you remember me talking about Vincent Fusco? I did this months ago, have lots of videos on it about Vincent Fusco at the rally in 2017 people. Him and his wife, you know, JFK Jr. and Carolyn Kennedy. Hi. We all know about that, so I'm not going through it. Now, she had a hat on, right? a baseball hat on with all bling on Trump, a necklace with Trump on, blingy, all this, at that rally in Ohio in 2017, last year. Well, everyone was going, yeah, it looks like her, smile and everything. We're like, of course it is, it looks like her, it's her, you know, this. But some people were like, but she had a hat on, so we couldn't really see, her hair's darker, obviously, because she's dyed it or whatever. And we couldn't really see her ears and that because of a hat. Well, guess what? Somebody has just put out on Boogie Belief Bigfoot channel. It's her. I mean, who's filming it? Do you know what I mean? It's just her stood there. She takes a hat off people because she's standing up for the what do you call it? The, you know, when you take your hat off. It is morning. I'm still tired. She takes a hat off people. You can see her face. You can see here. She takes a hat off and puts it back on, and it's her who had the hat on with the blingy Trump hat. Go and check out Boogie Belief Bigfoot. Wow. We know anyway. It's on 17. We know anyway. But for those who are still looking and believing that that is, yeah, the national anthem, sorry, it's nothing to do with it. Oh, well, it is. Hi, Kathleen. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The other thing is, you ready for this? On Twitter, I've just got sent this, though I couldn't get on it because I think it's shadow banned or something. You ready? If anyone gets to see this picture, because obviously I can't show you, I've got nothing to show you, and it's for you to research as well. You know, people might be going, oh, you're just saying that, you've not seen anything. Go and check it out yourself, go and research. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., JFK Jr.'s cousin, yeah, tweeted out a picture of Halloween. You know, what they were dressed up as Halloween, and guess what they were dressed up as? See if anyone gets this. Most of them had glasses on, like this, you know, the glasses with the eyebrows on and the fake nose, and some have the tash sometimes. I can't understand, I can't really think who they might have been suggesting they were putting out there. Vincent Fosca. Because Vincent Fosca goes back to the clown Emmett, the very famous clown in America years back to do with JFK Jr. and his dad. I've talked about all that, so I don't need to go through it. In the picture, I said to my dad, did you see what I saw? Because some people will just look at the picture and go, oh yeah, they have got the glasses on, like, you know, that funny disguise with the glasses on. They all look like Vincent Fosca. Not putting a little trolling thing out there, are they? I looked at the picture and saw more, because when you actually study the picture, you will see most of them have got the glasses on with the fake nose and the tash. They've got black tie on, dicky bow, sorry. You know, like dressed up with a dicky bow. One person's not got a dicky bow. That might have been Robert, because I don't actually know. Red tie on. He didn't have a dicky bow and had a red tie on. You know, red tie. Someone had a red bandana on their head, a red scarf tied around their head. Now, if some people don't know about JFK Jr., he used to wear like a red scarf around his head, you know, when he was going around New York. So they're pointing at that as well, and it's the Kennedy family. The woman at the front had a gold dress on. I was like, Golden Dawn or something. There was also randomly a pair of angel wings in there. Randomly, someone was wearing a cowboy hat. That must be linked to something. It's not a coincidence. They all had glasses on, but someone had like shades on. There was randomly, behind someone's head, a bouquet of flowers. I was like, There was also a guy stood under a lampshade. He sort of had his head in this lampshade, like stuck under it, which was a bit like, which does it mean dark to light, shining the light, something to do with the light, connecting. This is what I saw. Other people might not see this. Also, what I saw that people might think is very strange. Two people at the back, two men, had roses in the mouth, you know, like this. They weren't red roses, they were white roses. Now, if everyone knows about the connection with red roses, you might understand why they've got white roses. White roses is because red roses is supposed to be seen in their side, you know, those, as sacrifice, apparently. So the white rose must be for good. Do you know what I mean? That's what I saw there. Also, that's what I'm saying. We're taking Halloween back. We're taking it back because they've been trolling. We're taking it back to not mean what they want it to mean for their evil uses. We're taking it back. You know, kids were having fun at the White House with Trump. Totally different music, totally different look to the White House. If you look back at Obama's in 2016, you'll see it's a bit more sinister me and a bit more darker, where Trump's looks more beautiful. The music is nice. They've got the music in, you know, bits of Halloween music like the Addams Family and stuff like that, totally different. And if you've just come on, like I said, Obama was singing Purple Rain. I mentioned Purple Rain the other day with Prince, because if nobody knows about the Prince, the singer, the symbol, and they've not connected yet to do with the Queen over here, Purple Rain, and Prince died on her birthday. And if you also look at things like, if anyone's got the Q map and that, you'll see some really strange things, like they call them sacrifices. You've got Prince, the Queen sacrifice. Princess Diana, Queen sacrifice. You've got the Tower sacrifice, 9/11. JF Kennedy, the King sacrifice. Sounds a bit like a game of chess, doesn't it? The black pieces against the white pieces, meaning the light and the darkness. People think it's not real, all this. Oh, it is. That's why Trump stood in front of the Queen when he came over here, and MSN reported, oh, he's really rude and this, that and the other, how dare he stand in front of her. Checkmate, people. Checkmate. I've even been hearing things about Scotland and Highlander, the film, connecting to Trump and something to do with Trump's family and the rightful heir to the throne. That sounds mad, but do you know what I mean? Who knows? The family would come from McLeod family. McLeod! You just can't write this stuff. Oh my God, you just can't write this stuff now. It's on 18. Don't know if anyone gets what sort of thing I'm on, but we are taking our holidays back, or the holidays that have been traditional that we thought were good are being taken back, and they will be made good, just like some of the symbols they've stolen, turned upside down and made evil. We're taking it back. Also, somebody mentioned that Hillary might have been getting detained sort of on the 31st of October, which was yesterday, which was Halloween. Why is that? Because they call her the Wicked Witch of the West. Wouldn't that have been hilarious? Because I reckon something went down last night, because that is one of their holidays as well, and it's not for the fun of children either, if you get what I'm saying. So, quite interesting, really. Also, I'm not going to mention this channel because I quite like them, but they were doing a bit of a chat on witches. And I said to my dad today, I wish people had stopped putting bad stuff out about that, because at the end of the day, these stories about witches, this, that and the other, people call themselves witches. There are good sides of it. There are people who they call light workers or witches that call themselves a white witch, and then there's the ones that call themselves, maybe they're using the wrong word, witch, maybe that does mean something, I don't know, but I know a lot of people who call themselves witches. I liked it, was into it at one point just because it was the intention of putting good out there. Like it said on Edge of Wonder the other day, we're not talking to you if you say you are one and you're putting good intentions out. It's the ones who are putting evilness out, because at the end of the day, we know in religion there's good and bad people, we know in politics there's good and bad people. If you want to talk about aliens, we've heard there's good and bad. There's good and bad because there's good and bad in everything. So it can't just be one way. But that's what I was saying the other day. We are going to come into one, because all the religion or stuff are going to come in once together, because it has to come into love. If you're on that sort of wavelength. But it's just interesting. So I would advise you to go and watch the Trump rally. I would advise you to go and watch the Halloween at the White House, and then also take a look at Obama's Halloween at the White House in 2016. Just listen to the types of music each is playing and certain things, and just, this is how I see it, eyes are open. And then if anyone manages to get, I could not get on his page to save my life, so if anyone can manage to get on Robert, someone might have tweeted this out, so you'll find it anyway, hopefully. Robert, is it F. Kennedy Jr., JFK Jr.'s cousin. If you manage to find that, look at the picture. If you find the picture from Halloween, unless they've, you know, shadow banned it, of Halloween, of the JF Kennedy family sat there all in a room and had this picture taken. See if you can see what I saw within that picture. I mean, the first thing you do see is they've got the glasses on and the nose, which, like I said, goes back to Vincent Fusco, which is hinting at the fedora that his dad and him used to wear, which is hinting at the clown Emmett from when JFK Jr., I will say it again, his sister had his nose rubbed off the clown years back when they were little in front of his mum, and the clown did it to Jackie as well because I think his sister got a bit scared, so he did it to Jackie. That's out there. That's a true story. Also, the fedora hats were made that they wore by a company called Kavanagh. You can't write this stuff, but not Kavanagh with a K, Kavanagh with a C. So, do you know what I mean? When you start looking properly, like I keep saying, if you're not looking, you know, if you just sat on people's YouTube and you're not really looking, you're not going to see this. You need to research it as well. But that's why I say if you're not looking, you're not going to see. And there was a post ages ago from Q way back saying something about pictures. I don't know the precise words. There's something in pictures with symbols. So sometimes you just look at something, like you can look at that JF Kennedy family photo from Halloween yesterday and think, oh yeah, they just got their masks up. When you actually look at the picture properly and study it, you will see something else. And I know this for a fact that there are symbols and hidden pictures in pictures because someone got, I'm not going to say what this company was or whatever, but someone got me onto something where it's one of them, join this, and if you get so many people buying this, you know, them schemes, you'll get more money, and then you've got to bring people in. You know, one of them pyramid schemes, because that's what they are. You never make as much money as the one at the top. Now, they put pictures in. You can use anything advertising, make it up yourself, which I didn't see at first because I didn't know all about this. But you have to use their pictures off their site only of, let's say it was a dieting thing. When I found out what I found out and started looking at the pictures, some of the pictures, not all of them, that they were giving out for people to use, I was like, oh my God. I think I did a video on this. One of the pictures was, when I studied it, it was just little, what do you call it, like Rice Krispie cakes, saying, oh yeah, I've been making these today, but you have to use their pictures. When you looked at it properly, you'd see a pattern and think, why does that picture look a bit weird? When you look, some of the cakes had different amounts of chocolate bits on. I can't explain it properly. When you looked at it, it was in the shape of a boy with his thing, and there was cakes, and the way it looked like kids had made them and swirled. I know it sounds mad, had swirled like icing on the top, because we know about this in pedestals and the way they signal to each other. When you actually looked at it, 3 cakes were different randomly, and it wrote out 666. Just saying. It's not one of them things like, oh, it's just a coincidence, because I went through a lot of things and I was like, oh my God. To the normal eye, you wouldn't see that. But to others who were in the know, they would see that. So I was like, So that's what you've got to look out for. Like when I talked about, hi, Vincent Fusca shop that was on Facebook months back, and I went through the pictures of this. It wasn't a normal shop on Facebook, because at the end of the day, it didn't have prices on it. It was just looking at stuff. It had Marilyn Monroe in it. It had him out the Beatles. I can't remember what his name is. Glasses on. It had random bouquet in it, which that picture had a random bouquet, actually, come to think of it, in the Kennedy picture. Wow. It had a big blow up. Oh, my belly's rumbling because I've had nothing to eat. Globe hanging up from the ceiling. I will go into chat in a minute, because to me that was hinting at, if nobody knows, when JFK got assassinated. Yeah, John Lennon, thank you. When JFK got assassinated, the show that everyone was watching or something like that was called And the World Turns, or The World Turns. That got broken into to show the assassination. That globe was on a tilt, and the world turns. There was numbers in there to do with the president, and I think one of them was to do with the Bush, which we all know why, in that shop, and then that shop disappeared. So it's real, people. It's real. It's just if you're looking with new eyes at stuff. So, Good morning from... Is it Callie? Hi, kids didn't want to trick or treat. They say they didn't want to hear any more Q, but they hear, okay, guys, we need to... Thank you. Thank you. Dolly, did you see the President Trump is having a rally in Dallas November the 22nd? Yeah, oh yeah, to reveal... Well, come on. Well, funny enough, I don't know if anyone knows a connection with a cowboy hat on. It is a cowboy hat, and that's what reminds me of Dallas. That was in the Kennedy picture. I don't know if you've been on and you've heard about the Kennedy picture. Robert, his cousin Robert, is it F Kennedy Jr.? They've put the picture out of Halloween. Oh my God, there's so much symbolism in there. It's brilliant. Well, right, someone tell me again, because I get mixed up again. I need to write it down. I get mixed up. It's the 22nd, the assassination. What was JFK Jr.'s birthday, the 25th or the 22nd? I get mixed up because it's so near each other. But yes, I do believe that, because it is. I've told people it's so coming out before Christmas. It isn't going to go on for another year with the JFK Jr. thing. It's got to come out because we have to unite. We know about it, and like I've just said, if you haven't gone over to Boogie Belief Bigfoot channel, you need to go and see that, because his wife's on it and she took her hat off. She took her hat off. We know it's her anyway. Yes, for Fitzgerald. Yes, it is. Supposedly they have 2 sons. Yes, they had kids, because supposedly I think she was pregnant when they said the plane went down, because at the end of the day they didn't want to bring the kids up in the mainstream media. They hated mainstream media. Can't think why. Cannot think why they hated mainstream media. Beatles sold out pictures of them with bits, baby dolls and blood. Well, also showing the Illuminati signs. Lennon could have been about to tell. I think Lennon was, because this is what they do. They assassinate people. And it might have been someone in that group. They have to have a sacrifice, don't they? If anyone's into that, you don't have to believe it, but if you go down rabbit hole, that you'll see all sorts of weird things with that. So in the shop there was a pit. I mean, come on, there's a clothes shop, right? There's no prices in the clothes shop when it was up on Facebook. It had a picture of Marilyn Monroe. We all know why. That's a connection to the Kennedys, obviously, his dad. She was apparently meant to be the first one of the first, I don't know, MK Ultra sex kit and MK Ultra mind control. I loved Marilyn. She died, didn't she? Did she? Did she die, or did she get murdered? Funny that. And then there was a bunch of flowers on the floor, just randomly on the floor, on the shop floor, really. Around the Marilyn Monroe picture and the picture of John Lennon, and there's a picture of John Lennon in this shop. Marilyn Monroe and John Lennon. Right, okay. Around the picture was, you know, when you put like, there was like a piece of string with, it looked like tags on, as if it was like a sales on. That wasn't what it was aiming at. It was aiming at murder scene. Murder scene. When your eyes are open, you see things totally different. I was like, what's this? What's that? There was a top with a number on. I'm sure it was 42, 45. What was the number of Bush's dad's president's number? Or both Bushes, because it was one of them numbers to do with the Bushes. There was just a t-shirt with a random number on, 40 something. And I thought, what? Googled it. I was like, oh, to do with the Bushes again. What else was there? There was something else. A t-shirt, took a t-shirt of a Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising. Loads of weird things. I tell you what else was there as well. Jewellery section. What's the thing called of the man where read that he found on his plane was compromised and they had to wait for him to fly. At the end of the day, he had a cast on his leg. What's the thinking man or whatever? What's the statue like that, which is supposed to have changed in the Mandela effect? Looks like Trump to me. Golden thing. That's in the middle of one of the pictures. Randomly. A lot of random things on that was supposed to be Vincent Fusca's shop. And the actual picture of the profile picture was a picture of the Statue of Liberty's head saying New York, because New York hints at JFK Jr., where he spent his time but hated the paparazzi. So, is that just me? Don't think so. And all this is out there, like I've just given you the names, so I'm finding it very interesting. Me and my dad had just said, who was filming Caroline Kennedy, or Caroline Kennedy, however you say it, taking a hat off last year? It's just come out now. It's not random, that, is it? It's all in the plan. They're letting things drop more now so people can see. We're like, yeah, it looks like, we don't know, she's not got a hat on. Of course it looks like, you can tell it looked like a full stop. Oh, she's got a different hair colour. Yeah, maybe she's dyed it. Like Vincent Fusco, it doesn't look like him, aka, it's like, he's in disguise now. Someone put out on Twitter, I saw the other day, which was amazing as well. Someone has put out, I'll have to try and find it again, because so you can go and find it yourself. Somebody who knew JFK Jr. said his wardrobe in his bedroom was not like a normal kid's wardrobe, and this person said, you know, you'd have like a football in your wardrobe, some clothes, trainers, whatever. He said JFK Jr.'s was like James Bond. He had scuba diving thing in there, wink wink nudge nudge, obviously because they were into the water and he loved the sea and they went boating, yachting, whatever, all these different sorts of things. And he said instead of like on his he didn't have pictures on his walls, apparently, of rock stars and, you know, all these people kids had plastered all over the walls today, superheroes, whatever. I think he said he had a big model of a boat. I can't remember what boat, it might have been a military boat, I'm not sure, because that's what they loved, didn't they? That's why supposedly he was buried at sea with 17 people that went there. And that's where the "Where We Go, One We Go All" comes from, the Kennedy Bell. That's what's inscribed on the Kennedy Bell. Kennedy Bell, that's what Q always says in it. That's what we always say. We say, "Where we go, one we go all." Trump was also shouting out last night, and this movement is about love. So, connecting the dots, people. Connecting the dots. I think I've been connecting them. Don't know what anyone else thinks in chat, because people are talking, but it's not going up much. So I don't know what people are thinking about that, but please check out what I've just spoke about, because it's all out there. It's not me necessarily saying, well, I am saying it, but I'm saying I can't show you on a camera. You need to go and check it out yourself. So you've got the Trump rally, the Trump Halloween from yesterday, and then go and look at Obama's from 2016. His dog went missing. Yes, his dog went missing 2 days later. They always took their dog on the plane when they went to the vineyard. Whether it was, they always took the dog. The dog was like the baby. The cat went missing as well, by the way. Cat was called Ruby as well. The dog went missing after. Of course it went missing, because of course they were going to take the dog with them. You know, when you start connecting the dots, 17 people at the burial. Apparently they said they got cremated. In their family they don't get cremated because it's a Catholic fit or whatever it is, I don't know. Q said one time, "Watch the water," and no one knew what he meant. It will be 55 years since. Yeah, watch the water, exactly. It is going back to JFK. Watch the water. Maybe you'll come on a boat. Do you know what I mean? Watch the water. They love the water. Also, watch the water also had other meanings of when the deal's made or not. I don't know if you noticed in a lot of things way back when Trump would have water and he'd put it down with pence, or he'd pick it up, or he'd say something and he'd go. I think the water was, if you drink it or certain ways, that's a deal made. If it's on the floor, the deal's off the cards. That was also watch the water. There was also pictures of like the sea in the background when they went to, I think, where did they go with the place on the thing that looks like a bloody spaceship on them buildings in Sky Event, you know, it's all out there. But yeah, definitely watch the water. Everyone was thinking it was submarines, but yeah, it also means a lot of things in Q. Sometimes it doesn't just mean one thing, but definitely watch the water. It's what did the Kennedys love? China, yeah. Was it China? Singapore? Yeah. Watch the water is also a big reference to the Kennedy family, because they loved the water. They loved the water. Pictured a lot on their boats, and like I said, the Kennedy Bell was on the boat. So maybe JFK Jr.'s been living on a really nice yacht somewhere. You know what I mean? But it's just exciting times, people. Exciting times. I need to find a Q-top. So I put this on to keep me warm today. And then I was singing that song this morning. What was I singing this morning? The Michael Bolton song. Was it a Michael Bolton song? I've got something to tell you. I've got something to say. And I was thinking, yeah, what's that bit in there where it goes, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, when the going gets rough. As Trump was saying in the rally, these people who are coming over the borders, the ones who are not nice, got no nice intentions, they are tough. But Trump was saying, but we're tougher. The US military is tougher. And what did I say? He said, oh yeah, we've got new missiles, we've got new rockets, we've got new boats, we've got new this, we've got new ships. And then he pointed up and went, we've got new satellites. Yeah, new satellites. President Trump has $200 million yacht. Well, could be part of because we've got to remember, it doesn't mean that, I don't mean you were saying that, if you've got money you're evil, do you know what I mean? But yeah, interesting. You've had to have money to get this plan into place as well. And we also know Trump wasn't, didn't take money off the people to get in where he is. He used his own money. He doesn't get paid at the presidential thing. He's used his own money. You know what I mean? Sacrificing himself for the people. And I said in the rally yesterday, it's not for me, it's for you. It's about you, not me, you. You meaning the people. we, the people, globally. Hi, he talked globally as well. I will go over that. He said, we've taken aggression against measures against terrorist groups of the slaughter of innocent people all around the world for lots of different reasons. It's terrible. Confront the regime. They've confronted the regime in Iran, and obviously the Saudi and all the other things he's talked about. All this stuff was talked about in Q posts months ago, and it's all being talked about now, and it's all happening now. And Iran is not the same place as it was 2 years ago, just before Trump came in, when Obama was in, because the regime is being, do you know what I mean? Boom. But there's a lot of big booms to come. The mother of all booms is about to happen. So yeah, yes, President Trump's wealth is down to about 1 point. Exactly, since he became president, he's used his own money. Money isn't a bad thing. I mean, let's face it, we don't need it, we just believe it's worth something. But at the end of the day, the stuff I believe in, but at the end of the day, that is how we work at the minute. And I just believe if you've got money, you know, when you work hard at money, people sometimes say, oh, you can't, you know, people are evil with money if they've got that much money. No, if you worked hard at it, good for you. If you're using it for good and giving back to help the people as well, that's brilliant, because that's what you should be doing. If you've got that much money like some of these elites have, why do they need that much money? Why can't they give it back to the people? They see all these problems, but they're the one that hold a lot of money, but they sit there in the mansions and all that, not giving back. People who, don't get me wrong, who've got a nice house and are giving back and helping, they deserve that as well, but as long as they're helping as well. Trump is helping. Trump's had to get his wealth together to do what he's doing now, because he couldn't do it without money, because they needed that money. You know, that's the way it works at the minute. So if people look into that and realise that, you know, it's not because he's been paid like the other side, they got all the people to pay for them to get in, because that's what they do. They take your money and they don't give it back. And they didn't give it back, did they? Because he said they'd do things and they never did. They were just tearing down America. So when people realise that, like someone's just came on and said they don't support Trump, they love Obama, well, that's okay, because you might be thinking, well, you might not be thinking different, but, you know, he's getting outed for what he is, as we all see, trying to take credit for what Trump's done, when we damn well know he didn't do anything. So, so please check out again. Yeah, Trump's still worth. Well, it's like they said ages ago, one of the documentaries, oh, you've not got this, and you went bankrupt and that, and he said, do you know that? Do you see my books? Do you know what I mean? Because MSM are liars, as we all know. So please check out, I want you to check out Boogie Belief Bigfoot, because that will show you the JFK Jr.'s wife taking hat off at the rally last year in Ohio. Brilliant, but we all knew that anyway. If you can find Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Twitter, please go and try and find the picture, unless it's been shadow banned, of them yesterday at Halloween. Look at that picture, it's amazeballs. Please look at the Trump rally, obviously, if you don't watch, and please look at it and listen. You've got to listen to what Trump's saying. Listen carefully. It's just amazeballs. Amazeballs. New satellites, people. Were they using their satellites for communication? New satellites, people. Were they trying to do Skynet? Who had their satellites up there? New satellites. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you. So I'm just, you know, vibing high again. I don't know what time is it. I'm trying to fast my breakfast, even though I'm getting hungry now. I haven't had it first thing when I wake up, but it's just brilliant. It's just amazing. I am going to come on tonight and chat about, it'll be a bit mixed. I didn't do the chat properly about the USS military warship, you know, the invisible cloaking Tesla, what was it called? Rainbow Project, or whatever it was called. Cupcakes, yeah. I'm going to be talking about that tonight with a little bit of mixtures of just let's go down one of them rabbit holes for fun while we're waiting. Tesla, the warship, invisibility. There was something else I wanted to throw into that. Anything that I see today, I will be talking about that. Some people will see that as a big conspiracy, but oh well. If anyone knows about the warship, Elderbridge, was it? US Elderbridge. Was it Elderbridge or Elderbridge? See, in the film I watched, it was called Elderbridge. But I know they make things sound a little bit different because they changed the number to I did write it all down to... They did change the number around a bit. I think I wrote it down. I've probably put it in the bin now. Did I? I did write it down. I've probably lost it. Mandala. Yeah. You know. I did write it down. I don't know if I've... did I write it down? I did. I might have to look at it again, but obviously I've seen some of it anyway. So, you know, I just find it all very interesting because I think cloaking it and all that was to do with light as well, and this, that, and the other, and, you know, the time travelling thing, and people got stuck on it, didn't they? So I'm going to talk about that tonight and anything else that I see. I don't get that. One horrible thing was Delaware statue anti-takeover. Sorry, Helen, I don't get what you're saying. Delaware statue, is that how you say it? What's that? I don't know what that is. Or maybe I do, but I just don't know the name. But like I said, please check out the Obama Halloween at the White House in 2016 when he was singing Purple Rain and having a Halloween music on. I don't think Trump had that, and they had the Addams Family on or something a little bit nicer. No. I don't get what you're talking about, Helen. Yeah, creepy. He is creepy. Ugh, creepy. Hang on a minute. Let me check something. What about the Rothschilds? Oh, statue, look, Donald J. Trump stood in front of the Rothschilds Way, hallelujah. Oh yeah, because, so like I said, they said they're leaving Israel to last, which I believe, I don't mean the people, which I believe is some digging I've done on other people, is the shield of the Rothschilds family, shield, crest, whatever you want to call it, years back had a red star on it. It eventually came into the Israeli flag. So if Israel's being left to last, the Rothschilds are being left to last, because they've already talked about Saudi right now, but we knew about that in the Q posts way back, as we were told. And then Soros, which obviously has been shouted out, we know with the whole push with Saudi and Soros with, you know, illegal immigrants coming over. And then there's the Rothschilds. So, yeah, makes sense, really. So excited I don't drink, but we'll have some champagne. Neither do I, really. I didn't drink that drink the other day. I had half of it. But I will be. Popcorn out, celebrating. Celebrating Christmas is going to be good. But yeah, and that's why Trump's going on about when he said about he has revitalised the historic bond with Israel, revitalised, and moved the US embassy to Jerusalem, which we all know. Because many presidents have said in the past that they were going to do that and they never did. And he came in under $1 billion less for that because they wanted him to pay more, and he said no. He's done it, it's opened, it's working. And then people think, oh, it's this, that and the other, and it's to do with June, and Trump's this and Trump's that. No, you need to do some digging and find out the real story. That was always meant to happen, and it has. But people will look at other things and think it's to do with something else when it's not. So that's why you need to research. It's a bit biblical. It's a bit, you know, cycle of life. These things, these prophecies, it's all amazing, people. Rewriting the stars, like I said. I watched another bit about that film as well, which I was like, But like I said, I'm going to go, so please check out, as I will say again, because I don't want to say I'm just saying this, it's out there, Boogie Belief Bigfoot channel, and that will show you JFK Jr.'s wife taking a hat off at the Trump rally last year, which we all know about, and they were there. Also, Trump and Melania Halloween yesterday at the White House was brilliant, and then when you watch that, listen to the music and certain things and what they're saying, and then go and check out Obama's in 2016. Yeah, okay. Theirs was a little bit darker looking, where Trump's was obviously lighter. Bringing back our holidays and making them mean a little bit more than they were doing, not the evil side of it. Yes, we are the stars. We are the stars, shining bright, exactly. No wonder they want to cover the stars up all the time. Also, before I go as well, and also if you're on Twitter and you can find this picture somewhere, which someone will tweet out somewhere, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the picture from Halloween, that was just amazing. Bye. Just before I go, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. I watched a video, I can't remember who it was by, I'll have to find it later. Julian Assange said ages ago, because he's been able to get a few little bits out now, hasn't he? About, did anyone see the video about the evil dust particles or something, the evil dust? What I think he was getting at was, is he talking about chemtrails? That maybe, because this is what someone was saying, I think it was on the Leak Project channel or something, makes sense to me. How could they get things in people, not just by injecting them with chips and stuff? Could they rain something from the sky that affects us? Our way of thinking, or chemtrails. Who didn't Prince talk about chemtrails? And he did, because I've seen it in an interview where it comes out of his mouth and he's talked about chemtrails. Purple Rain, and yes, I think he got sacrificed for starting to talk about the truth, like we damn well know. So there's me with purple nails on. Hi, Borderline Me, I'm just going. I've just up to date. I've just been talking about Trump rally last night. The JFK, the Kennedy family, doing the little things to Vincent Fusca on Twitter, which is absolutely amazing. And like I said, Boogie Belief Bigfoot channel showing you his wife at the rally last year taking a hat off, which we all can damn well see that it's her. Knew that anyway. Lots of things coming. Oh, I forgot. No, right. I'll have to just go through this one more time. The picture of the Kennedys family sat with their little joke glasses. Also, what was in that picture that I said I saw that obviously sticks out. I said I saw the red bandana because that references JFK Jr. because he wore a red bandana in New York. So you can go and check that out if you don't believe me. There was a cowboy hat. I don't know what that's referencing. Is that referencing Dallas? That someone just said the 22nd of November. JFK Jr. coming out. There was also the white roses that I said, the angel wings, the golden dress. Guy standing with a lampshade, stuck his head. It was like in the lampshade, like, is that showing the light to dark? Vincent Fusca, light to dark, the light, the beacon. Random bouquet, the red tie. What I forgot to mention was, if anyone knows about the whole Vincent Fusca thing and everyone looking at trying to match his ears up and that, there's a lot of things about JFK Jr.'s hands, the way he used to stand like that, they're doing it. The guys at the front are holding the hands like that. It's not a coincidence. Holding his hands like that. There's another thing that JFK Jr. used to do with hands, like, I don't know what you call it, how would you say it? His hand holding, clasping, I don't know, something else. And they had the sleeves up there, which he always had. It's all in the hands. That's what we've always said. You can disguise stuff with makeup and put prosthetic noses on here, because if you don't believe me, go and watch the girls in China or whatever that are on YouTube, and they have these little prosthetic pieces they put on here to make the nose look slimmer. They've got these things that pull the chins up. We all know Hollywood, you know what I mean? He wanted to be an actor. He liked the acting side of it. You can change yourself looking like that. The one thing you can't change, you know, you can have facelifts and stuff like this and blah, and change with makeup, because she looks different in some of them because she had a lot of makeup on and she's got darker hair. So if you wear a lot of makeup, it can make you look different. You can't change your hands or your ears, really, unless you have surgery on them. But your hands are a massive big giveaway. And he's always signalled his hands, and that thing that he always held his hands, you can't fake that. That is there. So that's why I say if anyone can get hold of that picture, I can't show you, I've got nothing to show you on. Amazeballs. When you see with new eyes, you start seeing things. They put their symbols out and we'll put ours out. It doesn't just mean that some of those symbols are bad, it's they use it for bad. So please go back to the beginning of this if you've just come on and see what I'm saying, and then you can follow the things that I've been watching. And amazing. Hopefully she did get retained yesterday, the Witch of the West, let's say, because she's one, but she's not a good one. She's not a white witch, is she? Definitely not, no. Dark magic, that one does. So yeah, it's all in the hands. Even the cuffs, the way he had his cuffs up here with the bit, it's just amazing. Some have got badges on. I couldn't blow the picture up that much to know what certain stuff was, because there is a lot of meaning in that picture. Do you know what I mean? It's not just, oh, it's a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence, because if, you know, there's just too many. Yeah, he had a habit of pulling his pinky finger. Yeah, and there was just a few hand movement gesture things, grasps or whatever you call it, which were his, which you can clearly see when he's doing that against the wall, aka Vincent Fusca. You know, the way he holds his hands, it's all there. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just glowing because you know, I'm happy because something came along to help us, people, because I'm telling you now, we all know if she won, whoa, it wouldn't just be bad for America, it'd be bad for the world. I mean, yeah, let's not give her too much attention though, because we don't care about her. So I shall probably, most likely, you know, if I ever don't come on, it's just because I'm, you know, a bit tired, but I should be on tonight talking about the USS Eldridge or Elderick or whatever the name they put it under, military warship, to do Tesla, you know, and all that sort of stuff. His handkerchief in his pocket is a W. Yeah. So when you start looking, people, that's what I'm saying. These people who are, oh, I don't, it's like, well, you're not looking. So if you're not looking, you're not going to know, are you? It won't be in your reality. So yeah, watch the water. Man of Steel, who's bringing steel back. Like I said, in a documentary that I watched on, I know it's Netflix, but I watched on Netflix, Trump Towers years ago, they had this blingy buckle. I was like, what's that? And someone said, oh, this is Superman's buckle. You know, they were selling these Superman buckles off in the Trump Towers. Steel. You know, start thinking, flipping heck, is there Trump, Kalel or whatever his name is, like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Thank you. The Philadelphia experiment. I've written it down somewhere, but I don't know if I've chucked it out. Yeah, the Philadelphia experiment, exactly. Rainbow Project or whatever they called it. Just let me write that down, because if I have chucked it, I'm going to forget, mind you. Can look at it. Yeah, the Philadelphia Project. And that was really funny because it was a film I was watching the other day in the morning, and then Star Trek came on and that had a load of stuff in it as well. And I was like, and then after that, something came on about a time traveller and someone had nicked his notes, you know, Tesla, Donald Trump's uncle, all connected. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a coincidence, is it? It's bonkers. So, I'm going to go now. And I shall see you later. So please go and check out what I've said and have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Where we go on, we go on. Bye.